Hey everybody, what's going on? Agro here, and I'm joined by nobody. And this is an episode of Glitchbusters. Today we're going to be looking at Pac-Man, because there's apparently a safe zone that you can get into. And if you take into account that it's an arcade game, that is supposed to make players, lose their quarters. Having any kind of edge would be bad. The first time I heard about this glitch was actually in a Japanese show called Game Center CX, Areno's Challenge.
メニューが気になりつつ、続いてパックマンを選択。
パックマン確か安全地帯のどっかにあってんな。
パックマン生みの親岩谷さんと対談した際、敵が通らない場所を教わった有野さん。記憶を呼び起こし、安全地帯と思われる場所で待機しますが、
あ、違う。違うやん。ここか。おお、怖い。おお、怖い。うわー、危ない。すげえ無敵ゾーン。
無事発見。
どうかな。
パワー餌を食べ、一気に攻める有野さん。視界は良好だったのですが、はい、お待ちどうさまです。すみません。料理が運ばれてきちゃいました。せっかく順調だったのに残念です。と思わぬミラクルが。
無敵のゾーンに折れた。
パックマンが安全地帯に。
助かったな。
After watching that episode, I absolutely had to try this for myself. So we're going to start off by playing Pac-Man on the NES. Remember, this is the 10-gen version, not an official release. There is an official release, but I do not have it in my collection. But here it is. We're going to immediately go up into the safe zone, and we're going to see what happens. Now, obviously, Reno, the Concho himself, was able to eat an entire Japanese omelet while still surviving, and I am dead. I was killed by Inky. Bad news for me. That didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. Here I enter back into the safe zone thinking, maybe it was just a fluke. Maybe I just had some bad luck. I'm known for having bad luck. And everyone seems to be moving around. Here comes Blinky, and I'm dead as fuck. So far, not so good. Let's just try one more time. We'll lose this life. Here I'll mess around a little bit. Wait for some more ghosts to start free roaming around. Eat some pellets. I enter up. Oh no, this time it was Clyde. But he was on the same level. Who knows, maybe I just ran into his path. Let's see what else I can do. Now I tried and tried and tried over and over again to get this to work by playing it, entering it various ways, doing whatever I could that made sense. Here everything looks pretty good. Everyone's avoiding me, but then Clyde once again oranges into me, and I am dead. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, this wasn't the first Pac-Man game I played researching this glitch, but this is obviously not looking too good, especially for the NES version. We're going to give this another good try right here. Just enter the safe zone right away, facing upwards, open mouth. We can see Blinky walking around, Pinky comes out, here comes Inky, and I got killed by Blinky. Just like that. So unfortunately, for the NES 10-gen version, this is completely busted. But good news, Pac-Man was ported over 20 times, so we have a few more tests to run. Next, we're going to go into the Game Gear, yes, I said it, the Sega Game Gear version of Pac-Man. Now, I'm going to apologize in advance for the quality, because I shot it on an actual Game Gear, because I didn't want to use ROMs. And here you can see, hopefully, kind of see what's going on. You can hear me clicking around and struggling. And, I am a fan of the Game Gear, but it doesn't have the best controls. And Pac-Man is a game that really requires controls. Here I enter the safe zone. There is Blinky, and I'm dead. Not looking so good on this one either. I enter the safe zone one more time. Here comes Blinky. I think. I can't tell the colors, really. Yeah, I'm guessing that's the red one. And I'm dead. Again. Alright, one more try. Last life. Let's see what I can do. Enter the safe zone. And, Surely the same thing won't happen again. And here comes Blinky, and I'm dead. So, for the Game Gear version as well, I would have to say that this is busted. But, good news, there's more. Now we're going to go into the Namco Museum Essentials for the PlayStation 3, and then from there we're going to go into Namco Museum for the DS. Right here we have the PlayStation version, and this is the demo of it, actually. And I'm going to go straight up into the safe zone, see what happens. And, yeah, this music got on my nerves. About 8 hours of this music. Yes. Still alive. Oh, close call there. Everything seems to be pretty good. This could actually take a while. Perhaps I will do that. Speed mode. Yes. Technology. Now, I'm lasting, a pretty long fucking time here. And this could be kind of boring. So why don't we go into the DS version. Over there, you can see it on your right. And I'm going to go ahead and enter this and play it. Well, still on the left, maintaining the PlayStation 3 version. And still alive. This was a triumph. So you can see on the right, on the DS version, I enter the safe zone. So far, so good. I would have been dead in the NES and Game Gear version by this point. A couple of close calls there. Inky almost had me. But I'm looking pretty good. Looking good on the DS. Still looking good on the PS3. Yeah, this is looking good. I mean, you definitely have more than enough time to get a breather, wait for an opening, and head back out and eat some pellets. So that is definitely very, very helpful. And, yeah, I'm going to call it confirmed on these two. So, yeah, that's surprising. We're off to a bad start, but now we're doing pretty good. Next, we're going to go into the Namco Museum Volume 1 for the PlayStation 1. You guys remember that, right? Nobody does. I recently found out that you can actually play PS1 games on the PS3, but not PS2 games. So here, I'm going to enter Pac-Man. Very weird-looking Pac-Man table, the side fonts. Very crazy. But good nonetheless. Character, nicknames, like them all. Looks like a pretty good port, pretty fair port of it. You can actually see that Inky's supposed to be bashful, but he definitely seems to kill me an awful lot. All right, getting started. Gonna go straight into the safe zone. Boom. Now we wait and wait. So yeah. And here comes Inky, and we're dead. Not good. Okay. Let's try it again. So, I mean, granted, you seem to get a little bit of time. Probably not enough time to eat a Japanese omelet. Which makes you have to wonder, or makes you realize which ones are the actual true arcade ports and which ones aren't. So if you're looking for the true arcade port of Pac-Man, you don't want the NES version, the 10-gen version at least, and you don't want the Game Gear version as of so far. This one is actually looking pretty good. Definitely have enough time to, you know, regain your strategy, figure out where you want to go next. But I have a feeling, oh yeah, I got a bad feeling, that we're gonna get done in. And I think it's gonna be Inky once again. You can see that they're changing their patterns over and over again. And notice that I am faced away from Inky, and I died. Not good. Okay, so this time, could collect some pellets. Going back and forth, moving around a little bit. Gonna wait for some more ghosts to pop out. Enter the safe zone. No one seems to be chasing me. Gonna speed it up again, like good old technology. And looking pretty good. I mean, I had about 2 minutes here, I believe, to move on, and then Inky comes in. So it's definitely not a safe zone. You can last a long time, but it's not a safe zone. So therefore, I gotta say this one is also busted. Sadly. It's a very good game, though. I like the way the layout is. Next up, we're going to go into the Namco Museum Virtual Arcade for the 360. And this is the one I spent the most amount of time on. Well, for this, particular episode of Glitchbusters, not overall. But here we're gonna go ahead and play the game. Gonna select my hard drive because you got to save those high scores or whatever. So this one was marketed as a true arcade port, sold on the Xbox Live and part of the Virtual Arcade collection. Here I'm going to make sure that we start on 1. Do the player start. And immediately we're going to shoot up into the safe zone. Now obviously going into the safe zone right away isn't that beneficial. So we're going to speed it up here. Yet again, we're lasting a long time. I have way more footage than I actually show in these episodes because, yeah, I waited a very long time watching the patterns changing, watching the ghosts and their behavior, their movement, and trying to figure out what, if anything, are the factors in the safe zone actually working or not working. But for the most part, right here in Namco Museum Virtual Arcade, or Pac-Man on the Xbox Live Arcade /360, everything seems to be good. You can sit here, you can listen to this crazy, terrible music, and you can impress all your friends. Go to a bar and do this and just have yourself a drink. So for this one, I'm going to say it's confirmed as well. So this one, obviously a true report. But wait, what can we figure out about this? Is it reliable? What matters and what doesn't matter? See, here I decided to enter the safe zone from a different angle. And just to see if you can enter it from the left side as you can from the bottom. And I do good for a while. So here I do the time lapse and I seem to be safe, and I was safe for quite a long time. And here we're going to start a new one. I'm going to enter it in from the side. Brand new. Well, not a new one. This is obviously my second life for this game. I enter in from the side instead of from the bottom. And Inky gets me. Dead. Now I'm beginning to think that it matters how we enter the safe zone. So I enter from the top again. Then I decide to go out, collect some more pellets, initiate a chase. You can see the ghosts are obviously going through that area, which apparently they weren't supposed to. So here I started a brand new game. And I'm going to go collect some pellets, wait for the ghosts to come out. Now I'm trying to lure Inky back up to the same level as me to initiate the chase. And then up I go. They seem to be avoiding me. Do the time lapse. Sitting pretty for a long time. Definitely enough time to gather your thoughts, your strategies, and move on. So I did. I entered from the left again, and I died. So now we're juggling between entering from the left side into the safe zone and the positions of the ghosts and trying to figure out what really matters. Right there, I proved that it was the positioning of the ghosts. So depending on the positioning of the ghosts, the safe zone will or will not work. So you have to completely shake them, at least from the vertical or right side of the screen, in order to have the safe zone actually work. This is just what I can tell as of so far on this particular version. And the other working versions, of course. Now, you guys can try this out for yourself. Like I said, you can do it on the demo for the PlayStation 3. Here, yet again, I'm working on it. They're not entering from the bottom, but eventually, Inky gets me. This has proven how unreliable this really is. But when it does work, you are safe. You have an infinite amount of time. The ghosts do change their patterns, but sometimes it's just not achievable, and I can't really put my finger on it. for a while I was thinking it mattered about going through the spawn point and then going up into the safe zone as if the spawn point were part of the glitch. As you can see, I did that right there. I went through the spawn point, up into the safe zone, and here I am yet again, pretty safe. Because if you guys don't know, you actually, when you start playing, you actually automatically move towards the left, chomping those pellets. So to go right immediately and then go up in the safe zone would obviously confuse the hell out of it. So here I actually break away, collect some pellets, some power pellets, return, and I still seem to be pretty safe. So returning to the spawn point is, it is good. It does work as long as you enter from the bottom and the positioning of the ghosts are good. As you can see there, positioning of the ghosts weren't good, and I died once again. But I did get the cherry achievement. Woo! Yeah. I have multiple versions of this game, as you guys just saw, and well, I honestly didn't put that much time into this particular one. Not sure why though, because achievements are awesome. So here I'm just continuing my research. Decided to put in all this additional footage for you guys. Chomping around, trying to get a chase going. Go up, and they seem to just completely avoid me yet again. And going through the spawn point and going up seems to work. I go down, but I keep coming up through the spawn point. And then there I just get done in by my own stupidity. But that was it. And though it's very, very hard to actually put my finger on it, it does work. It is confirmed for the versions that I confirmed it for, but it's not all that reliable. And the difficulty doesn't matter. I also tried this on multiple difficulties just to see if the changing in the ghost behavior affected it at all, and it seemingly doesn't. But it is odd to pull off, but it is doable. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Agro for Glitchbusters. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.